Hey, what's up, guys? What's going on? This is Casey back on here with another video. Finally, now roaming the internet like I do, I found this piece right here, and I'm gonna leave the link down in the description below so you guys can go directly to the page as well. It's on reddit.com. But basically, somebody wrote this here, and I'm just, let's just say, let me just do a quick summary, then I might get into it. So basically, the person said they never really believed in Mandela effect. So, you know, they probably was one of the motherfuckers around here trolling on somebody's page. Oh, you dumb, you stupid, memory losses, and you ain't shit. You know, they were probably one of them. But anyways, see, it's always, you have to understand a person. I noticed this about life, y'all. To understand a person, you have to be in the motherfucker's shoes. You know what I'm saying? It's like you can't have compassion. Humans don't have compassion for a motherfucker unless they that motherfucker. Okay? You don't have compassion for the fat bitch down the street till your ass eat a few more donuts and get fat. Okay? You don't have compassion for the gay dude down the road until your ass get a little diggly widdly. Okay? It's just, that's how it be. That's how it is. So y'all know how people be coming on the Mandela effect, all the Mandela effect people pages, even on my videos. I don't really pay their ass no attention, but they go on all our videos and say we crazy, we don't know how to spell, we getting old, we have horrible memories, and the list goes on and on and on until one day some shit hit them. Because see, the motherfucking effect, it's gonna hit you, bitch. It's going to have to hit you because we having a whole new world order. But anyways, so it's going to be a new world, bitch. But I digress. So this person right here, basically they're into musicals and shit. And so they said that they like this musical called Beef. B-E-E-F, like how you eat beef, meat. Okay. And the musical came out in 2012 on Broadway. Now, they said that they were looking for it in their Spotify, and they couldn't find it because they said they had went and downloaded all the shit and all these different things, and they couldn't find it. So they was like, "What the fuck? I know, you know, I know I downloaded whatever." Then they said they went online, tried to look it up. They went to YouTube. They just couldn't find it, and it freaked them the fuck out. They thought about the Mandela effect at this point. They even went to the lengths of letting their parents, asking their mom and dad, "Hey, look, y'all remember this beef thing that I love, this musical?" And the parents were like, "What the fuck are you talking about? Nah, we ain't never heard of that shit." So now they really feeling like they in the fucking Twilight Zone, right? And so then they asked their best friend, was telling their best friend about it, and their best friend remembered it. And that's the only thing that saved their ass, okay? So the reason why I'm making this video is because let's help this motherfucker out. Let's help him out. Me, I am not that much into musicals, but hopefully somebody sees this video and they say, "Oh yeah, it was something called Beef." And maybe they know the story behind it or whatnot. But basically, this person want to know, look, I know I'm not going fucking insane because even my best friend remembers it. So, at the end of this video, I'm going to ask y'all to vote. You know, if you know about it. Me, I couldn't vote either way because I'm not into musicals again. But if you are and you have heard of Beef before, if you heard of Beef before, now listen, y'all, listen. Because, listen, now, I want you to like my video just because I'm a cool motherfucker. So like my fucking video because I'm just cool as fuck. But I want you to dislike my video if you do remember Beef. All right, like my video because I'm cool as fuck. Dislike my video if you do remember this musical called Beef. All right, So let's get into this article just a little bit more for y'all that's ready to ride. The rest of y'all that say, listen, bitch, you ain't got time to hear your ass rambling. Let me vote right now. Let me like your motherfucking page. Let me go on ahead and share it. Let me subscribe. Y'all can do that right now. Okay? For the rest of y'all that's willing to ride for a couple more minutes, I want y'all to hear what this motherfucker had to say, and I want y'all to hear the response. So peep this. So they say, okay, some preface, whatever. I never really believed in the Mandela effect until this morning. I always just attributed it to poor memory. But now I'm literally shaking. Bitch. I'm a musical theater fanatic. And I mean, I'm a fanatic. When I was in school, I was introduced to Beef, a musical that opened in Broadway in 2012. It quickly became one of my all-time favorite musicals. Myself and my friend Jess were like huge fans of this show and many others. Now, I talk about musicals at home all of the time, and I'm sure I must have mentioned Beef around my parents, my family, etc. So basically this morning, I remembered one of my favorite songs from the show, Boss. And I thought to myself, hey, I haven't heard that song in a while. So I went onto my Spotify library and I tried to find the song. It wasn't there. And I was kind of like, maybe I accidentally deleted it. But then I realized I had no songs from Beef saved in my Spotify library, which was crazy because I specifically remember saving that cast album. I've been listening to this album for like 5 years, so I searched Spotify for the cast album. There's no results. Naturally, I assumed the album had just been taken off Spotify for copyright reasons or whatever, and I was annoyed. So I went to YouTube to find the soundtrack, but I couldn't find it there either. I was getting really annoyed, and I thought that once again it was a copyright thing. I had the bootleg saved on my computer, and I went to find it so I could skip to the song Boss, but the bootleg had disappeared from my computer. Y'all, it was so trippy. The bootleg copy, y'all, wasn't on the motherfucking computer, y'all. So the bitch gone from Spotify, bitch gone from YouTube, and now the bitch is gone. Look like this motherfucking, it look like they existed in a whole nother dimension. Okay, so they said, I Googled Beef, and there were literally no appropriate results. It seems as if it never existed. I literally felt sick. I asked my parents if they remember me talking about it. They said they had no idea what it was and that they never heard of a musical called Beef. I really felt weird. I felt like I was having a stroke. I got really freaked out. I started panicking a lot. I messaged my friend Jess about it, and she completely remembers it. She literally thought I was kidding when I told her that it didn't exist anymore. We're both really freaked out right now. We both have distinct memories of it, like they're not vague memories at all. In fact, I think that the last time I listened to a song from the show was only about 2 weeks ago. Jess even says she follows a blog on Tumblr that's about this musical theater, and that the blog title was something inspired by Beef. And when she went to look for it, guess what, y'all? It was gone. I'm posting this because I'm sure someone else must remember this musical. The fact that Jess remembers it too means it's not necessarily a bad memory thing, and it could be a proper Mandela effect. Oh, no, you believe in Mandela effects. Oh, no. I have to bust you in your ass before you believe, huh? If you remember this musical, please let me know. I'm really freaked out. Some details about the show. So here's details about the show for y'all that's into musicals. Maybe you've forgotten the name of it, but you know this musical, so here it is. The main plot was that there was a big fight between two groups of people, Beef. And that one of the groups was led by a priest, James. And the other group was led by a woman, Mary. The musical was like a ridiculous comedy that didn't take itself seriously. And in the end, the group all made up. I specifically remember a lot of the cast too. Taye Diggs, Belle-Bundy, Tracie, Thoms, Michael Cerveris or Curvis, I don't know, were the big names in the opening Broadway cast. Delaria was in the closing Broadway cast as Mary. I remember the show closed in 2014, and I was really upset about it because it had only run for about a year and a half. None of the cast members I remember have any mention of Beef in their Wikipedias or anything. Y'all, it never fucking happened in this world. I remember they were all featured on the cast album, especially as Delaria because she was in the closing cast. Jess and I are really freaking out. Like, we cannot fathom that this very famous Broadway musical that we loved and adored suddenly does not exist anymore. I never believed in the Mandela effect until now. The closest I came was the Bernstein thing in the Sinbad Genie movie, but I just thought that it was bad memory. See, this shit even got people doubting they self. You should never doubt your motherfucking self. Fuck that shit. I'm not doubting me. Motherfucker want to come and tell me, oh, you got bad memory? Nah, bitch, fuck you. I know what the fuck. You know, Mandela effect ain't like no bad memory shit. Bad memory is the dick was good, but it was really bad. You know what I'm saying? The head was right, but it was wrong. You know, no. Mandela effect is some shit where I know I'm a bitch, okay? And I know you a nigga, and that's what it is, okay? The Mandela effect is some shit like, bitch, I know I got this beautiful cocoa brown skin, okay? All right? And can't nobody tell me that this motherfucker is, you know, is a Caucasian skin or an Indian skin or an Asian skin or, bitch, this is cocoa, okay? That brown sugar cocoa, y'all. But anyways, so it's like the Mandela effect is I know that I know what I know that I know, and can't nobody tell me no motherfucking difference. I respect you for what you remember, but motherfucker respect me too. So here we go. So he doubted himself. Don't doubt your memory, boo. Okay, so at the end he says, someone on this subject must remember this show. Please give me a peace of mind. Now you want a peace of mind, okay? Closure, etc. I kind of hope that I will wake up tomorrow and this will be a weird, crazy dream. So then they edited a couple times and said, I also specifically remember the cast performed a mega mix of songs from the show at the 2012 Tonys. But now that's never happened as well. Okay, you're all asking me to post lyrics, so I'll do that, but it'll take me a while considering I know, like, the entire show. So the first song was called Beef in the House of the Lord, and it was the gospel music style. The lyrics were repetitive and echoey. Beef, beef in the house of the Lord. We all looked on in shock, fiend shock. Then it went directly into boss, and the lyrics were like, in the boss, he's the boss. Oh, I'm the lead. And if you don't like it, then my heart doeth bleed. I'm in rehearsals for a play right now, so I'm gonna have to post later on the lyrics later. Okay. So basically, they put up their thing, and then they got comments, and people are saying, you know, dude, basically, you don't remember shit or whatever, blah, blah, blah. This one person said they're a musical fan, and they've never heard of it. So it probably did not actually happen in their reality. Most people are saying, look, dude, you need to profit off of that shit, make some money off of it, and then do the motherfucking shit yourself. Right down. Which, y'all, I think that a lot of these motherfucking time travelers, they do that. I know I would, you know what I'm saying? If I went into the future and I saw some shit or whatnot, and I knew it was going to happen 20 years later, hell, I'm going to profit off the motherfucker now. You know what I'm saying? If I would have known about Harry Potter before, knew about Harry Potter, come on. But anyways, I digress. Okay, and so they're just talking about alternative memories and the reality theory, blah, blah, blah. But I did see one person that remembered it along with them. Somebody asked for the lyrics. Okay, right here. Somebody said, OMG, I remember Beef. I've been a fan ever since it came out. Just check my Spotify and it isn't there! Exclamation point. I was just listening to it last week. I played it for my friends when we were having a few beers at my place. They loved it. They particularly loved that song about that guy who falls in love with that girl, and the one where they're going to break up but rekindle their love. So cute. I really don't think Marty was going to change her mind, but she did. The plot about being the butcher really just mimicked their love together, and it showed great strength that he, Charles, was able to break out of his family tradition of being a butcher and loved his job less for the sake of the girl of his dreams. He was able to finally change himself for her and for the sake of himself. Though he was born a woman, Marty didn't care anyways. She had always loved him ever since they met as children. Their turbulent teens separated them for years, and they went their separate paths with different lovers, but neither of them were happy. You could see that when they were singing alone, they weren't at their best. Every diet, a masterpiece, is in its own right. Not winning a Tony was damn near criminal. Fucking negligent to just let that gem fall off the wayside. Having said all that about this beautiful musical, the thought, feeling, and emotion, the character development, the original take on a classical story, the fact that musicals aren't that popular, so who could really discredit me? I made all this up. Just like the OP. If after 5 years you can't remember most of the lyrics, even the catch, the chorus, the stinks of bullshit, you could at least remember the plot points, or just get the gist of the songs, remember at least 50% of the words. You at a fair bit of effort, but you really should have tried harder. 4/10 effort. Okay, see, they just fucked me up in my head right there. Okay, so it looks like music. Okay, y'all, I'm just still reading through these. Okay, so but basically, here we go. Let's go back to the top of this doggone page. Okay, so let's do it for them, y'all. And I'm going to put a link in the description as well. So after you give me a thumbs up because you liked my damn video, after you share my damn video and comment, and after you subscribe if you're not a subscriber, then you can go over and hop over to this link and tell this person, hey, I know what you're talking about, if you know what they're talking about. Oh, but if you know what they're talking about, hold up. You got to dislike the video. I'm sorry. If you know what they're talking about, if you remember Beef, if you just remember the musical, dislike the video. Everybody else just like the video because I like you and you like me too. Okay, that's, you know. Okay, so I'm getting ready to get up out of here. And I'm going to catch y'all in the next one. Again, dislike if you remember Beef. Like for everything else. Just because we cool and kicking a bobo. Alright? And to the next one. Peace. I'm up out of here.